Hey guys, it's Jade and welcome back to Cedar Zoo. This episode, if you are not familiar with what we are doing, we are currently building some sort of... I was calling it a swamp last episode, but it's more of a type of alligator, crocodile sanctuary, breeding habitat sanctuary, so we'll go with that rather than swamp. It does give off a little bit of a swamp vibe, but I'm going with more of a, research type information sort of vibe rather than a swamp vibe now. So we changed it up a bit and that's okay. But yeah, last episode we worked on this area, building out the two areas for where the alligators and crocodiles are. We've got a little baby breeding area on one side and then obviously some big ones on the other side just to make it a little bit more appealing, but we'll add another 2 or 3, not necessarily in this episode, but we'll definitely add more habitats for this area. So yeah, we'll expand, we'll build out more buildings and have more of information around and more research and make it look more like a research facility rather than just some sort of abandoned area. So with all that being said, welcome to the video. If you are new, my name's Jade and I make pretty cool Planet Zoo content. Well, I think it's cool. I might be a little bit biased considering I make it, but nonetheless I think it's pretty good. So yeah, last episode we started this area and we're just finishing a little bit more of the pathing system just to try and make it look a little bit, enticing. Sort of trying to make it look like we're covering the floor or in process of covering the floor. We changed the bridge to make it look like an actual bridge with all this wood flooring, and then we cover up the sides a bit with rocks just because they overhung a little bit, but with all that it looks good. It's starting to look like a nice area. We did build this tram station in a stream over on twitch.tv/Jade SP8, so go give me a follow. It'll be linked down below. So yeah, I do stream here and there. I definitely want to get back into streaming because this game's awesome. So yeah, go give me a follow and I'll see you over there when I stream, because yeah, maybe you like fast cut up videos like this, or maybe you like real-time talking and having your input in real time. So if you're into that, yeah, go over on Twitch and go check it out. So yeah, we built that area, so we'll have we've got the entrance here that we sort of need to work on first, but we've got this big open area behind here that I'll probably put some tables and chairs in and make it look a little bit more enticing for either when you get off the tram or when you walk down the tunnel, just because it's a bit of a long tunnel and people might be thirsty. So yeah, we'll do some building there and put some tables and chairs and make it look quite nice. So yeah, just doing a bit of signage at the moment so people know sort of what it is. I do write swamp here, but let's just move over what I said like 2 minutes ago about it not being a swamp. So yeah, we'll brush over that. Let's just forget about what I said in the first 2 minutes of the video. So yeah, I did find this cool little hut. It is a staff building, but it looks cool, so we just added it in and made it look nice and rustic and add some stairs and all that sort of stuff to try and make it look like it's like an old rundown watchtower or something that was being overgrown and overcome by like the swamp area. So yeah, we do that and I think it looks pretty cool. We do add another one in a later episode. I'm currently recording this as I've already done worked on another episode, just because, long story short, actually, you know what, long story long, because we've got time, I've been having trouble with getting this game to work the past couple days, 3-4 days. It just wouldn't work. Turns out I had to repair a bunch of files on my computer and it just took a hot minute to try and figure out what files needed repairing, and we finally got there, but I wasn't able to. I could open Steam, because that's where the game's from. I could open Steam, I could play other games, just not Frontier games. So yeah, the games that, well, the files that needed repairing were obviously around Frontier, and I don't even know. So yeah, but we got there in the end. We had to repair a bunch of files that, yeah, obviously had something to do with why it wasn't working. But yeah, so I wasn't able to play it for a couple days, which was a bit concerning because I didn't want to lose this park. I didn't want to lose this series. You guys seem to be enjoying it a lot, so I wanted to make sure I didn't lose it, because I think I'm over like 100 hours in this park so far, or around about, something like that, and I didn't want to lose that. So obviously I got a little bit concerned. But yeah, we fixed it in the end. I got the park. I was able to play it. I was so gassed when I was able to open it. I was like, whoa, your boy's smart, alright? Your boy knows what to do when it comes to computers. Not really, had no idea. Looked at about 40,000 different episodes on what to do when this happened, and none really said anything about what to do. They all had different explanations, and I all tried them all. None of them worked until I was just tinkering, and to be honest, I came across it by accident. I did it by accident. I don't really know what I did, but I was doing it, and I was like, let's just keep doing this. So I was doing it, and then it worked. Lo and behold, I was just getting a little thumbnail there, but lo and behold, it worked. I change topic right now because you're obviously sick of it, but I am so happy with how this exhibit, or this specific one's turned out. I love this whole thing, this whole sort of, scientific breeding sanctuary. But yeah, this first exhibit here looks sick. We've got, adding the safety bars here. Even though they're crocodiles, they can't really do, they can do damage, but they can't really do too much damage, like when it's like a higher path or like a high fence, just because they can't obviously climb over it or anything. They can, get up on there, get some airtime and all that, but yeah, not too worried about it. But I think it looks really, really good, and I like how this little area's turned out too. Added that nice path there, but we end up changing it to like just one massive path, and then just putting a few tables there, and I think it looks good. But I really like how this area's turned out. I think it's looking really, really nice. It's got like that car there that we put in there, like it's an old stuff, sort of like Jurassic World type of thing, like an old, how they've sort of referenced the old movies a little bit with that sort of old nostalgia sort of thing. So we've done that. That's what we did. We put an old sort of car in there. It's been just swamped in. It's not moving, all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, we do a bunch of things like that in coming episodes as well. Well, the next episode, because we're still working on it in the next episode. Hope y'all don't mind, but I am wanting to put a lot of effort and concentration into this area, just because I just keep coming up with ideas. That's sort of what this park keeps happening. I will eventually, once this park's done, do another series, and don't mind how that's come off the wall about 14 feet, but we leave it like that because I couldn't do it and it just wasn't working, so we just hide it. Alright, but yeah, obviously once this park is done, this series is done, I'll obviously do a walkthrough, and then we'll start another park, and then I'll just keep coming up with ideas. Like, I've already got ideas of what I want to do, so yeah, we'll do that. And I don't want to start another one while I've got this one going, because then it might get confusing, and it's a lot of these are a lot of work to do. They might not seem like much, but like hours go into episodes, because like I gotta obviously do all the work and then cut it up and edit it, and voice over, and it takes some time. So if I'm doing more than one at a time, it's gonna get a lot for all of us. So yeah, also, and as the time of recording this, there will be a update for the game coming out on April the 4th, I believe, where they're introducing null paths. So you know how you've got the like invisible barriers for the habitats, which I've been using pretty much for majority of the zoo, so you can't actually see them. You can make custom fences and custom barriers. Oh, look at that. Looks so sick. He's loving life. There goes the tram. Oh, there's the car. Oh, look at this. Oh, there's the Watchtower. Sick. So we have the null barriers like this. So also, quick intermission. There might be a little bit that's different right now, but we'll get to that soon. Yeah, they are introducing null barriers. So you've got all null pathways rather. You've got all the null invisible barriers and stuff like that, which is what I use most of the time. And now they are introducing invisible paths. So basically you can just put the invisible path down, guests and or staff can just walk on it. You can make your own sides to it. It's just, oh, I can't wait. It's gonna look sick, because then you're able to really do, like, for example, like my dome, rainforest dome walk. Like, you could have an invisible path, even though you've got the natural looking path. You could do, yeah, an invisible one, like rocks or like a wooden pathway. So it looks really nice. So yeah, I'm just gassed about that. I'm excited. Well, I hope you are too if you play the game. But let's address the elephant in the room. So right now we've got 2 new habitats on either side of this building, and this building is going to be a information center, research center. It's also housing another station for the tram, as you can see there on the left. So it's got a bunch of stuff in it. I wanted it to be very information based, because it's got to be part of the research center with all the breeding. So yeah, we've added another 2 habitats on either side, which is very cool. And you can see I've done the invisible path there, which is very nice. We don't do the invisible path for the entire set, just because I wanted to change it up in a bit. And I think this wall, this nice little wooden wall, looks quite nice. We lower it a bit. Yeah, we've got some glass panels there, and it looks good. But yeah, this is sort of the research hub information center. We'll add a bunch of information in there, some, kid friendly, all that sort of stuff. We'll add kid-friendly information. We'll add, booths and all that. It'll be good. And so yeah, we'll decorate it like we're doing now. Add the rocks all the way around the habitat, and then we'll also put another waterfall in, because I just really like them. They look sick. And they're so easy to do as well, because they're already made up. You don't have to do any like testing or anything like that. You just put it and it's good to go. So yeah, we'll cover it with rocks and then make it all look nice and appetizing for not just the crocodiles but also for the guests. But another thing I wanted to do with the guests was this. It's sort of like a feeding box. I don't really know what to call it. It's a big glass box that the guests can walk into, and you can see like the crocodiles if they get closer. You can see above at the tram, and I think that's pretty cool thing. We also got this sick crocodile sign. Like that looks sick. So I'm really happy with that. But yeah, we'll add some staff vehicles, obviously, because you need staff vehicles for the research center. So we do that. But it's going to the end of the episode now, so thank you so much for bearing with me while there's been a lack of uploads. Hope this video is sufficient for you. So yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.